Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I'm back again for the following part of the Clean Air Regulation 2014, Regulation 13. We are still in third schedule. This time we are looking into another type of industry which is listed in the first schedule, and we are looking at the emission standards of the third schedule. This time is part C of regulation 3. Part C of the first schedule is Ferrous Metal Foundries with 1 metric ton or more in production capacity. So before I continue, I would like to thank all of you who have been kind enough to subscribe to this channel, and I hope it would bring great benefit. And for those who have not, please support my work by at least subscribing and push the notification button if you want to have a continual input of my work in this form. Let's get into the next slide because we still prefer to recap what we are doing so that we are always in the map. All right, and this is the recapture of what we call the clean air regulation Google map, literally. And please remember, we are here still in this segment. We are here looking into activities in the first schedule, as you saw just now, and we are in the middle of third schedule, whereby this is the emission standard for activities in the third schedule, and they don't have to refer to the fourth and fifth schedule. Those are for other industries. All right, let us continue. I believe this is now, I would say, accustomed to you. Now, this is the first schedule, remember, and for this video, we are going to look into this, which is metal foundries with more than or equal to 1 ton production of molten molten metal per day. This is I would say the first part would be the Ferrous Metal Foundries. Let's take a look. Right, C is, there you are. This is in the law itself. C, Ferrous molten foundries with capacity production throughput of equivalent or more than 1 molten ton of metal per day. So ferrous metal industry is actually those smelting of perhaps ingots or perhaps iron ore, which is that's where the name comes from, ferrous. It could be in the form of two oxidation state, ferric and ferrous. I believe the metallurgists and chemists understand that better than I do. Now, in this particular regulation, they have stipulated 2 types of furnaces, 2 types of production activity. One is the so-called cupola furnace, and the other one is core production and casting. There you are. Now, if you look at the parameters, there's only 4 of them. The first one is sulfur dioxide. Second one is carbon monoxide. The third one is amine. It could be in amine group. All right. And the fourth parameter is benzene. Okay, so these are the four important relevant parameters related to part C of the third schedule for activities listed in the first schedule, and this activity is Ferrous Metal Foundries. For cupola furnace, apparently sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, amine, benzene. Amine and benzene these are volatile organic carbons, all right, and they are regulated whereby for cupola furnace only sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide is regulated, nothing else. They are all in milligram per cubic meter, and no requirement for CEMS. All right, and their emission standard for cupola furnace sulfur dioxide is has got to be less than 500 milligram per cubic meter. Carbon monoxide for cupola furnace is 150 milligram per cubic meter, not more. All right, and for cupola furnace, amine and benzene is not included as their compulsory emissions parameter, uh, and uh, and it is not related to them, and their sampling and reporting is not continuous emission monitoring. It is the normal sampling, probably using isokinetic stack sampling, which is, I believe, carried out at least twice a year. We can check regulation 16 later on. Now, for the second activity, co-production and casting, only amine and benzene is regulated. However, their emission standard is not equivalent to, or in other words, must be less than 5 milligram per cubic meter. That is very, very small. And even benzene must be less than 5 milligram per cubic meter. So there is no legal requirement for CMS as far as the law is concerned, all right? As far as the law is concerned. Now, however, please remember that DOE would look into cases based on the context of the existence, the ambience, and they do have in circumstances, in certain needy circumstances, impose some more stringent standards and or perhaps instructing industries to have some form of continuous emission monitoring system, and they can do that with justified what they call statement of needs. All right, so this is for um, Ferrous Metal Foundries, which is producing more than or equal to 1 molten ferrous compound metal per day. All right, so this is the third schedule and part C. I believe this is all for this particular industry, and I hope this is useful to you. So till we meet in the next video, thank you for your attention. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. See you in the next session.